Okay, so number 6 says, columnists, contrary to what many people believe, the number of species on Earth is probably not dwindling. So we're saying like, hey, what most people believe is wrong. The number of species is not actually going down on Earth. Extinction is a natural process, and about as many species are likely to go extinct this year as when extinct in 1970. So we're saying extinction is normal. As many people will go extinct this year as in 1970. But the emergence of new species is also a natural process. There is no reason to doubt that new species are emerging at above the same rate as they have been for the last several centuries. So we're saying like, hey, they're like the number of new species that are happening are at the same rate as the same last, like, you know, as it's always been. We have the same number of species coming as there's always been. So what is our conclusion here, Chalk?
The first sentence.
Yeah, and what is our support for that? Why are we saying that the number of species on Earth is probably not dwindling?
Just like the extinction rate that stays the same over the years. Emergence rate is also the same over some years in the past.
Yeah,
Until now.
is this good reasoning for our conclusion? Do you think that the number of species is probably not dwindling?
I think he assumed that just like in the past, extinction rate is the same, just like in the past, emergence rate is the same, and then not dwindling. So he assumed that the emergence rate is the same or less than the extinction rate.
Yeah, it's the emerging rate is the same or more, right?
Emergence rate is the same or more.
The extinction rate, right? We think that there's
Oh,
more or
yeah.
more
Yeah,
species are being introduced
yeah,
every year than that are going
yeah,
extinct. Excellent.
yeah.
So if we were going to weaken this idea, and so we're going to say, so if we're trying to weaken this conclusion, we're trying to say that the number of species is probably dwindling. What could we predict that would weaken this conclusion?
Emergence rate actually went up.
Not went up. That would strengthen it. We need the emergence rate to be less than what?
Emergence rate. Okay. Emergence rate go down.
Yeah, if the will not go down necessarily, but if the emergence rate is less than the extinction rate, isn't that a problem?
Right.
So even though the emergence rate is always here, you know, if the emergence rate is always 5 new species, but the extinction rate is always 10 species, well, even though like we always get 5 new species, every year there would still be a deficit of 5.
It's decreasing.
So even though the emergence rate is at the same rate, it's the same rate as a lower number than the extinction rate, which that would be a problem.
Yeah.
That would definitely weaken this conclusion. So let's go ahead and start with A and tell me love it, leave it, or hate it.
Emerged, then went extinct. I love it.
Yeah, in 1970, fewer new species emerged than would extinct. Yeah, that would be a problem. All right, let's go on to B.
Some regions of the world is irrelevant.
Yeah, we don't care about some. Yeah, We're talking about overall the number. So the regions of the
Yeah,
world where new species tend to emerge at the highest are also what it tend, yeah. That doesn't mean that, once again, we don't know, even though they're the highest, we don't know what that number is. So that's like a very relative point.
yeah.
Excellent.
I think C it's unlikely because we are talking about the rate of uh, emerging and extinct.
Right.
But
Just because like the vast majority of the species are now extinct, that doesn't mean that we're still dwindling by any means. Like maybe like during, like if you believe in the flood or the ice age, yeah,
yeah,
most of
yeah,
them went extinct, but now they're thriving.
we are talking about the trend.
Yes, exactly. There could have been an asteroid that hit the earth 200 years ago that made most of them go extinct.
Mm. Concern? No, irrelevant.
Yeah, more people care about it. So therefore, it's probably going to dwindle. Like, no.
I think E actually strengthens it. If
Yeah,
it's
if we're
yeah,
better able to identify them, then we're
we're
probably
gonna
more
save them.
likely to prevent them. Yes, excellent. So it is definitely going to be our answer.
Yes.